Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. More check-ins. We're just talking about the Orland Park DMV closing suddenly and maybe some controversy there. We'll follow it. But Patrick checked in from Orland Park and said they recently elected a new mayor and board members. And it maybe that's what's going on. New, flex when you get that new title when you're running things. Could be that. But again, we'll follow that story as we go on. And people from Orland Park checking in on that. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with Blues Traveler, Jim Blossoms, and Spin Doctors tickets for Ravinia this Saturday in Klash with Kenzie. We'll get you on the phones in just a few minutes. We got sports, and we're going to play some Nirvana as well. But after that, that's when that's going to go down.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
How about your Chicago White Sox? They began their 6-game road trip with 10 runs on Friday in Pittsburgh, and they wrapped it up with another big offensive outburst. Actually, I said offensive like it was offensive. No, it was offensive. An offensive outburst. This time against the Rays, they scored 6 runs in the 8th to rally and defeat the Rays 11-9 in front of a sellout crowd of 10,046 at George M. Steinbrenner Field because the Rays were playing there because their stadium got destroyed in a hurricane. But here's how some of the big highlights.
Man, you just brushed by that, didn't you?
Well, I don't have time to talk about a hurricane taking out their ballpark. Sorry. But this was Kyle Teal's MLB home run, first one ever.
First career home run.
Kyle Teal to right field. Back it goes! And Teal, his first big league home run. Last night it was Colson Montgomery, and tonight it's the other rookie for the Sox. And he pulls Chicago within 1 here in the 6th inning.
No, it wasn't done because the other rookie, Colson Montgomery, had the go-ahead double.
Montgomery, a deep drive to right center field, and it goes off the wall. Vargas scores. He will tie the game. Teal chugging around. The throw home is late, and the Sox take the lead.
They got some fun young guys in there.
How about that? So Kyle Teal is a catcher. He came over in the Garrett Crochet trade. So he came up in the Boston system and then came over here this year. I'm incredibly bullish on him. I kind of think he is the key to the White Sox future. Colson Montgomery has been in the White Sox organization now for a few years. I started to give up on him because I heard for 2 or 3 seasons this is going to be the year that he gets called up. He's going to be the savior of the White Sox organization. It took him a while to get to the major leagues, but he has delivered ever since being called up.
It's nice to have these fun guys from the farm system, of course, delivering, and Colson Montgomery just is raking.
Absolutely.
It's a good time. Now, that's a great lead-in for the White Sox this weekend. Not so good for the Cubs yesterday, going into the Crosstown Classic with a loss of the series to the Royals. No real highlights. They just lost 8-4. It was tied up in the 5th. The Royals added 4 runs to win. That's pretty much it. But as we go into this weekend, Crosstown Classic, so you've got Friday, tomorrow, 6:40, Saturday, 6:10, and Sunday, 1:10. Interesting thing for both fan bases. These games, the Chicago Sports Network, which you have to pay for or get an antenna for. Why don't you get a nicer one, Kenzie? Why don't you get a nicer one? Why don't you get a nicer one to be better? WCIU agreed to simulcast 7 White Sox games this year, starting with this series. So this will be on WCIU, The U, which I think most of us have on YouTube TV. I know I have The U.
And if you have an antenna, even if you don't have a nicer one, it's an over-the-air channel. You can get it that way,
too.
too.
I would think if you have the most basic Xfinity plan, you have The U.
You do. It's on Xfinity. I'm sure we've all watched King of Queens reruns late into the night on The U. It's a lovely channel.
Well, that's what Vince checked in and said, are they going to bump Martin? For the baseball games. He checked in from Maryville. Apparently, Maryville waiting for their Martin reruns on The U.
I believe that.
It could be bumped. I actually tried to find the schedule of The U, so I just Googled, schedule WCIU. Went to the page. I got one of those, oops, we're sorry, the page you requested doesn't exist. Try visiting our homepage. I don't know, trying to find the schedule of The U and see what would be on instead of those games. Let's see here. Oh, I got it to open up. The first 48 would have been at 6 o'clock.
Good show.
Do you watch that?
I do. It's actually kind of the only, other than Kenzie's Crimes on Tuesdays, it's the only.
Yeah, don't get bitch slapped. You better watch yourself.
It's the only true crime thing on TV that I like. You're not on TV doing true crime.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you what. Those night shows, you got first 48 on The U usually. Then you got Cutler's Court. Never heard of that one.
I don't know Cutler's Court.
There's Supreme Justice at 7:30.
Oh, click on Cutler's Court real quick. These guys look like they don't play.
What Cutler's Court?
So right now, the Cutler's Court that's going to air tonight is season 1, episode 90.
Oh my God!
International twerk coach Christopher brings ex-boyfriend Carl to court after they failed at mixing business and pleasure.
Whoa. That's getting bumped for the White Sox-Cubs game?
That's tonight. No, that's airing. We can all
Oh.
sit down around the campfire and watch Cutler's Court tonight at 7 on the U.
Why don't we agree to live tweet Cutler's Court tonight?
Kenzie, can you agree to that?
I am slammed tonight, actually. I'm so sorry.
There's no Cubs game. Supreme Justice at 7:30, which I've heard of that show. Of course, the People's Court at 8. Forget about it. Judge Mathis at 9. We the People at 10. Equal Justice at 10:30. And then Comedy Classics at 11. But the game will be over by then.
Let's see what's on Comedy Classics. This series explores 6 iconic British sitcoms. Oh, man, that sounds like a tough watch.
I mean, can't you just watch a Monty Python movie?
Yeah, can't you just watch a British sitcom? I don't need to have it mansplained to me.
You know, at 2 a.m. they show Maury.
Really?
I love that show.
That's when we wake up. We should be watching more when we come
What are
into
we
work.
doing? Oh, they also got the Drew Barrymore show at 2 a.m. on other nights. Guess it's not doing that well. Yikes. Anyway, the Cubs will be on there. Cubs Sox. So again, 6:40 tomorrow, 6:10 on Saturday, and the 1:10 game on Sunday. The first time you can, not the first time, it's a national game you get it, but getting it on WCIU, the U. And finally, we'll wrap up sports with this. Case was at the Aragon last night for the AEW wrestling residency that's been going on for the past few weeks. How was the event last night, Case? Wrestling for the first time in 26 years at the Aragon.
It's fantastic. There's limited tickets available for this upcoming Saturday, which I will be at, and then next Wednesday and next Thursday. That's when AEW wraps up their residency there. We gave away tickets for a few of those shows. It is so cool to see wrestling at the Aragon. It's so cool if you're not there to see the Aragon on TV, because it's a building that almost all of us have been in and spent many wonderful nights in. And then to see it on TV, you're like, oh my God, I know those stairs. I've walked up those stairs. This is awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Crowd was loud. Show was great. Ton of fun.
All right, there you go.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
Call now, 312-591-8300 to compete against Kenzie in trivia. Clash with Kenzie. Today's prize is Blues Traveler, Gin Blossom, Spin Doctors, all on one show. That is a blast, and that's setting at Ravinia without question. Kicking it this Saturday, 90 degrees. It's going to be amazing, and you could be there if you beat Kenzie in trivia, furnished by our great friends at Ravinia and Brian and Kenzie. So 312-591-8300. Get on the phones right now so you can win.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q 101. You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q 101.
Let's do this. We have tickets for Blues Traveler, Gin Blossom, Spin Doctors, all on one bill at Ravinia this Saturday. You can be there. Our great friends at Ravinia hooked this up. It'll be a perfect night. Do not take for granted these summer nights with great shows at Ravinia. And Ed checking in is going to compete against Kenzie for the tickets. Ed, ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Oh, I'm running late to work and figured I'd
Those will
call in
help.
and never expected to get through. This is awesome.
Yeah, well, you might as well make it a wash and just not go to work today then.
No kidding. Call in sick.
We'll see how this goes, right?
Well, let's get you moving here. Hopefully you win. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, she can steal a point. You can do one too. Call heads or tails. Ooh, I dropped it.
Tails.
It is tails on the keyboard there. All right. Question number 1 for you, running late to work, Ed. What is the name for a period of 2 weeks? There's a name for that.
Oh, man.
So the period of 2 weeks, what's that called?
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly. At least he guessed. I'll always say guess. That's not correct. Kenzie, do you know? So the period of 2 weeks is their name for it.
You know what's funny is because I just was talking about this at the Renaissance Fair. I think that's what a fortnight is.
A fortnight is what it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
we were just talking about that.
And also a pretty popular video game, Fortnite.
Yes, good word association.
Kenzie, I can't give you a lot of time on this one. You got to guess this pretty quick, okay?
I don't love that.
What is the 13th letter in the English alphabet? Go. 3, 2.
Oh wait, I went too far. I was just trying to do it really fast. I went too far.
Now, Ed, you had some time, more time than Kenzie on this one. So what is the 13th letter of the English alphabet?
M.
M.
That was more like my 13th reason.
Yeah. And actually, he didn't go far enough. He just pulled short.
Well,
All
I
right.
started to go ahead, and then I couldn't remember what 13 was.
I wish there was a camera on Kenzie for that question.
That was a full body workout.
It's back to Ed.
It's back to Ed. It's tied up at 1.
Ed, what is the official language of Brazil?
Portuguese.
Portuguese is right. Must be a guy who watches a lot of UFC fights like I do.
Yeah,
little.
I'm sure that's why he knows that.
I would never have known that Brazil's language is Portuguese except for UFC fighters.
I was actually, Tony Khan was in here, the CEO of AEW, a few weeks ago, and we were talking about how everything we know about geography is from professional wrestling. It's how we learned everything about geography, so I
Yeah.
get that.
Right on.
2-1, back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, which animated movie released in the 90s featured the song A Whole New World?
Oh, Aladdin.
Aladdin is right. And 2-2. Here we go. Pretty quick. And it's back to Ed.
Yes.
Ed, what is the movie in which the character claims nobody puts baby in a corner?
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing is right. I bet you want to get that one wrong, Ed. Just so you didn't know that one. So
No, it's
No,
okay. It's a classic.
no hesitation. Back to Kenzie.
3-2, back to Kenzie.
Winston Churchill was the prime minister of which country during World War II, Kenzie?
Well, okay. I wanted to laugh at everything.
I know.
Well, he was like Great Britain?
Great Britain, we will not accept that answer. Do you know, Ed?
United Kingdom.
United Kingdom, will
England.
accept that answer, Case?
I feel like somehow Kenzie was closer.
I get confused on United Kingdom, Great Britain.
Well, me too. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, nah.
Kenzie
give it to her.
said United Kingdom.
I said Great Britain. He said United
She said
Kingdom.
Great Britain. He said United Kingdom.
We're going to give the point to Ed.
Ed, okay, good. England is just the answer we were looking for, but we can give that answer.
But if you Google Winston Churchill, it says statesman and former prime minister of the United Kingdom.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
So now Ed can win. It's back to him. He's ahead 4-2.
Wow. Here we go, Ed. You ready?
I'm ready.
In basketball, an and one refers to a made basket followed by what?
Free throw.
A free throw is right. Boy, Ed. Late to work, but strolled through, Kenzie, here on the trivia.
Ew, don't say that.
That sounded a little weird. You got tickets for Blues Traveler, Gym Blossoms, and Spin Doctors at Ravinia this Saturday.
That's exciting. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Made my day.
Yeah, don't get fired.
Yeah, don't get fired. Just hang out, have a good time. We'll do it again tomorrow, 7:10. We get you on the phones for that. Remember, we have Lollapalooza tickets, a song scramble coming up at 7:50. Then every hour, more Lollapalooza tickets in Ticket Blitz Thursday. So make sure you're here in the next 20 minutes for a lot of them. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We just had Ed win in trivia against Kenzie, and 847 checked in because Ed was worried about being late to work and getting fired. He said, Ed's my boss. He won't get fired. The rest of us were here on time today, so I'm putting this on his permanent record.
Oh, good. Now that he owes you one.
Yeah, there you go. So he's going to get there. He's got some tickets here, but be nice to him. He's got a pair of tickets to Ravinia this Saturday. So coming up at 7:50, maybe a little bit before that, so stay close. We're going to have tickets for Lollapalooza VIP tickets, which gets you more than we get at Lollapalooza. You get a golf cart to take you around to certain spots, a glitter bomb, all kinds of fun stuff. Air-conditioned bathrooms, VIP Lollapalooza tickets coming up, and then we'll go into Ticket Blitz Thursday, every hour Lollapalooza tickets, and that leads to 8:20. We have Billy Corrigan calling in, checking in from the UK, from England, from Great Britain. He's checking in, United Kingdom, and he's going to talk about Ozzy Osbourne performing there at the Black Sabbath farewell tour just a few weeks ago, and his friend, the most inspiration for Smashing Pumpkins was Black Sabbath. So we'll have Billy Corrigan with his thoughts he wanted to share through our radio station and through this show to you, because biggest topic, of course, in the last 48 hours. Before we get there, while you're waiting, how about this? Go to texting school to 312-591-8300. Why? Because it's Brian and Kenzie's back-to-school supply drive. We did the pencil drive several months ago, and it was a bombing success.
It was unbelievable
It was
the way our crew members and listeners stepped up.
It was so good. It was a joy to take those around and get emotional seeing and sad in a way, the school supplies that kids need around Chicagoland. So go to Q101.com or text school to 312-591-8300. We hate asking for money, but this is certainly, we can show the power of this show, the power of you. And if you can just do a couple bucks even, if everybody listening did a couple bucks, it'd be incredible. and it would change kids' lives in our area without question because they need stuff. And this Cradles to Crayons, they provide stuff to Chicagoland like backpacks, art supplies, clothes. That's where your money's going. It's all going there.
We're talking, imagine, honestly, like just Brian, like we're so blessed because just imagine the bare necessities as well. Like this is what we're talking about. We're talking about shoes, clothing, a backpack for your school supplies, the correct school supplies for your class. This is like every single kid deserves this to have a chance to do well and have a bright future. And this is bare minimum what we can do for our kids, in our community. And it's like, if you have the opportunity, to do that and help out, maybe you're in a situation now where your kids are older. So you're like, I'm out of buying all the school supplies. So I do have a little bit of money left over to help out these other kids. Cause I totally understand if you have a bunch of kids you're sending off to school, it can be a lot because you're already buying a bunch.
Yeah.
But if you're in a position that you can help, it's amazing because these kids are having to figure it out and they don't even get the bare minimum sometimes if they can't afford it. Like to start off at school on the right foot.
When I dropped all those pencils off at the schools after the listeners donated them and then the schools that needed them, I went to some of the schools and the teachers were going to golf courses and taking golf pencils to bring in the class so kids had pencils to write with. That's how sad a situation it is. And the joy they saw on their faces with just some pencils. Imagine going in with a backpack or some clothes. So do whatever you can. We'd appreciate it. It's only one of the 2 times of the year we ask you to donate. And whatever you can do, Cradles to Crayons is the organization that we're helping out. And text SCHOOL to 312-591-8300. A link goes back to you, and you can donate that way. Or go to Q101.com.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.